Have you ever caught your dog doing something that made you stop and wonder, why on earth are they doing that? If you live with a dog, you probably know that they can have some pretty strange behaviors that leave us curious and scratching our heads. In today's video, we're going to explore 10 of the oddest dog behaviors and uncover the reasons behind them. From circling before they go potty to eating snow, we'll dive into the science and instincts that drive these quirky actions. And hey, if you love learning about your furry friend's behavior, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss an episode. Let's get started. 1. Why do dogs circle before pooping? If you've ever watched your dog spin around in circles before doing their business, you might have wondered, why do they do that? Well, there's actually a lot more going on than you might think. First, protection plays a big role. When dogs circle before they poop, they're not just stretching or getting comfortable. They're actually checking their surroundings for potential threats. Think about it. Going to the bathroom makes any animal vulnerable, and dogs, especially in the wild, need to ensure they're safe from predators like snakes or other hidden dangers in the grass. By spinning around, they survey the area to make sure it's safe to go. Second, territory marking is another reason dogs engage in this behavior. While circling, dogs activate the scent glands in their paws, leaving their mark on the ground. This serves as a way to establish and reinforce their territory, letting other dogs know, this spot is mine. And here's something that might blow your mind. Research has shown that dogs might even be aligning themselves with the Earth's magnetic field. It's true. Dogs are said to prefer pooping along the north-south axis of the planet. This instinctive behavior could be related to their ability to sense Earth's magnetic pull, much like some migratory animals. So, your dog might just be in tune with the planet more than you are. 2. Why do dogs pant? Have you ever noticed your dog panting after a walk, or even just when they're relaxing on a hot day? While panting might seem like a simple response to heat, there's actually a lot more to it than just cooling off. The main reason dogs pant is that they can't sweat like humans. Unlike us, dogs don't have sweat glands all over their bodies. Instead, they rely on panting to help regulate their body temperature. By rapidly breathing in and out, dogs can circulate air through their bodies, cooling themselves down. It's like their built-in air conditioner, especially important during warmer months or after exercise. But panting doesn't always mean your dog is just hot. It can also be a sign of stress or excitement. When dogs are nervous, anxious, or even overly excited, think about the energy they have when they see a new person or get a treat. You'll often see them panting as a way to release that tension. Keep an eye out for other signs like yawning, whining, or lip licking, which can help you figure out if they're feeling anxious or just thrilled. So, next time your dog starts panting, take a moment to think about whether they're cooling down or if something else is going on. They might just be trying to tell you something. 3. Why do dogs lick each other's genitals? Okay, here's one that might seem a bit odd, but stick with us. When dogs lick each other's genitals, it's actually not as strange as it sounds. In fact, it's a normal part of their social behavior and a way for them to gather vital information about one another. Dogs have an extraordinary sense of smell, and their noses can detect all sorts of information that we can't even imagine. By licking another dog's genitals, they can learn about the other dog's age, health, sexual readiness, and even their mood. It's like their version of a social introduction. Imagine being able to gather all that data with a simple sniff or lick. It's pretty incredible, right? This behavior also ties back to their ancestral roots. Dogs are descendants of wolves, and wolves, like other wild animals, rely heavily on social grooming to maintain relationships within the pack. When a dog licks another dog's private parts, they're participating in social grooming, which is a way to bond, keep clean, and show affection. So while it might seem a bit uncomfortable for us, for dogs, it's a way to strengthen their pack ties and ensure everyone is in good health. 4. Why do dogs sleep with their eyes half open? Ever caught your dog seemingly sleeping with one eye open and wondered if they're just pretending to sleep or if something else is going on? It turns out this behavior is entirely natural, and it's all thanks to something called the third eyelid, or the nictitating membrane. Dogs have a unique layer of tissue called the third eyelid, which helps protect and moisten their eyes. This membrane is usually hidden when they're awake, but when a dog falls asleep, it can sometimes be visible, giving the appearance that their eyes are half open. So no, your dog isn't spying on you or trying to stay alert. They're just in a deep snooze while the third eyelid keeps their eyes nice and moist. But there's also a theory that this behavior could have evolved as a defense mechanism. In the wild, predators are always on the lookout for vulnerable prey, and sleeping with eyes partially open could make a dog look more alert and ready to defend itself. It's like a built-in stay alert trick that keeps potential threats at bay, even when your dog is peacefully napping. So while it may seem a little eerie, rest assured, your dog is just being a natural-born survivor. 5. Why do dogs smell people's crotches? It's one of those behaviors that might leave you blushing, but trust us, there's a very good reason why your dog insists on sniffing people's crotches. Believe it or not, it's actually normal dog behavior, and it's all about gathering information. Just like dogs sniff each other's behinds to gather clues about their health and social status, the crotch area is a hot spot for a very specific type of information. Both the groin and the rear end contain apocrine glands that release pheromones, chemicals that carry crucial details about a dog's physical condition, mood, and even their reproductive status. By sniffing this area, dogs can tell whether someone is healthy, how they're feeling, or if they might be a potential mate. But there's one aspect of this behavior that's even more intriguing. Dogs are particularly drawn to certain scents during specific life events. For example, women who are menstruating, ovulating, or who have recently given birth may attract more attention from dogs. Similarly, unneutered male dogs are known for being very interested in sniffing the groin of female dogs to check if they're in heat. It's all part of their instinctual need to gather as much social and biological information as possible. So while it might seem awkward, it's just your dog doing what they do best, being curious and gathering information in their own unique way. 6. Why do dogs expose their belly? When your dog rolls over and shows you their belly, it can be one of the most endearing sights, but it's also a powerful signal. Dogs use belly exposure to communicate a variety of messages, and not all of them are about asking for belly rubs. The most common reason a dog will expose their belly is as a sign of trust. By showing their vulnerable underbelly, a dog is telling you, "I feel safe around you." It's like saying, "I'm not afraid of you." So, when your dog flops over at your feet and shows you their belly, it's an indication that they trust you deeply and feel comfortable in your presence. However, there's another reason why dogs might flash their bellies, and it's not always about trust. Sometimes, it's a submissive gesture, especially when they're around a more dominant dog or person. In the wild, dogs and their wolf ancestors use this posture to diffuse conflict. When a dog exposes its belly to a more dominant individual, it's a way of saying, "I'm not a threat, please don't hurt me." So, if your dog shows you their belly in a situation where they seem tense or unsure, it might be their way of trying to avoid confrontation. To really understand whether the belly exposure is a sign of trust or submission, pay attention to your dog's body language. If your dog's body is relaxed, with a wagging tail and soft posture, it's likely a gesture of affection. But if their body is tense or they're freezing up, they might be showing submission out of anxiety. So next time your dog rolls over, take a moment to assess their whole body, because what's beneath the belly might reveal a lot more than you think. 7. Why do dogs follow you everywhere? Ever notice that your dog just can't seem to leave your side? Whether you're moving from room to room, or even just getting up for a quick snack, your dog is right there, tail wagging and eyes locked on you. It might seem clingy, but there's a scientific explanation behind this behavior. At the core, it's all about companionship. Dogs are pack animals, and through thousands of years of domestication, they've become hardwired to bond with their humans. In the wild, wolves rely on the protection and support of their pack members to survive. Similarly, dogs see us as their pack and want to stay close to ensure they're part of the action, not left behind. This bond is especially strong in puppies, who tend to imprint on their caregivers just like they would their mothers. For them, you're not just their owner. You're their safe place, their protector, and their family. But there's more to it than just bonding. Positive reinforcement plays a big role too. If your dog gets treats, affection, or belly rubs whenever they follow you around, they start to associate your movements with rewards. Over time, this makes them even more eager to stay near you. Plus, some dogs have a natural desire for attention and will follow you around just to make sure they don't miss out on any of the fun. In short, when your dog follows you everywhere, it's a combination of love, loyalty, and a desire for connection. So, if you're feeling like a human magnet, it's because your dog just wants to be by your side. 8. Why do dogs display aggressive behaviors on a leash? Have you ever been out for a walk with your dog when suddenly they start barking, lunging, or acting aggressively at other dogs or people? It's frustrating, especially when your dog is usually calm and friendly. This behavior is known as leash reactivity, and it's more common than you might think. At the heart of leash reactivity is a feeling of trapped anxiety. When dogs are on a leash, they don't have the freedom to escape or flee from a situation, and this can trigger a fight or flight response. Essentially, your dog feels cornered and has to protect themselves. If they see another dog or person and feel threatened, they might lash out aggressively as a way to ward off the potential danger. This is especially true if the dog feels like they can't run away or get out of the situation. In many cases, fear is the root cause. Dogs that are fearful of other dogs, people, or certain environments may react aggressively on a leash because they can't retreat. And when dogs discover that barking or lunging works to move the threat away, they learn to repeat this behavior. It's a vicious cycle. Another common reason for leash reactivity is frustration. If your dog wants to interact with another dog but can't due to the leash, they may become frustrated and act out by barking, lunging, or growling. So, what can you do about it? Understanding the cause of leash reactivity is the first step in correcting it. With proper training and patience, many dogs can learn to stay calm and controlled, even when on a leash. Just remember, when your dog is acting aggressively on a leash, they're not being bad. They're reacting to their own instincts and limitations. 9. Why do dogs steal your spot? It's happened to all of us. You get up from your seat for just a minute, and when you return, there's your dog curled up comfortably in your spot like they've been there all along. So why do dogs love to steal your seat? It turns out there's a simple but adorable reason behind this behavior: comfort and affection. Dogs are creatures of habit, and they love warmth and scent. When you get up, your seat is still warm, and it holds your unique scent, which is incredibly comforting for them. It's like wrapping themselves in your presence, even when you're not there. Think of it as their way of staying close to you, even in your absence. Additionally, dogs are deeply social animals and have a pack mentality. Just like wolves in the wild would huddle together for warmth and protection, your dog feels more secure when they are physically close to you or another family member. Stealing your spot is also a subtle way for your dog to show their affection and desire to be near their favorite human. So, next time you catch them snuggled up in your chair, just know that they're doing it for comfort and love. 10. Why do dogs eat snow? Winter has arrived, and if you've ever watched your dog happily chomping down on freshly fallen snow, you might have wondered, why do they do that? Well, it turns out that eating snow is actually pretty natural for dogs, and there are a few key reasons why they do it. The most common reason is that dogs are thirsty, and snow provides an easy, cold way to hydrate. In the winter, the air can be dry, and just like us, dogs lose moisture from their bodies, especially through their breath. Eating snow helps them replenish some of that lost hydration. It's a behavior passed down from their ancestors who lived in colder climates and relied on snow for water. But there's more to it than just thirst. Snow is soft, fluffy, and fun for dogs to interact with, and many dogs simply enjoy the novelty of it. Some dogs love to chase after snowflakes or eat the crunchy bits, finding it a playful treat in the cold. As long as the snow is clean and free from contaminants like antifreeze, it's perfectly safe for dogs to snack on in moderation. That said, if your dog starts eating snow in excess, it could indicate that they're dehydrated or need more water in their diet. But in general, eating snow is a harmless and instinctive behavior that ties back to your dog's primal need for hydration and fun. Just make sure to keep an eye out for any signs of contamination if you're in areas where harmful chemicals are present. Otherwise, let your dog enjoy their frosty snack. And there you have it, 10 strange yet fascinating dog behaviors and the real reasons behind them. From circling before they go potty to stealing your seat and eating snow, our dogs are constantly surprising us with their unique ways of interacting with the world. It's amazing how much these behaviors are tied to their instincts, social bonds, and even survival mechanisms. If you learned something new today, or just enjoyed getting a deeper look into your dog's quirky habits, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fun and informative content about your furry friends. And if you have any funny or strange dog behaviors you've noticed, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear about them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more dog talk and pet care tips. Until then, keep loving and learning from your dogs.